conflict of interest for Chuck to be involved in the negotiations and approval of the DOJ agreement, he is named in a lawsuit. Yes, I am named in a lawsuit. In my 34 years, 29, I think, as an administrator, I've been involved and mentioned in lots of different situations. I am involved in a lawsuit simply because I'm the superintendent of schools, period.
It's a civil rights lawsuit related to this case.
And your conduct.
What the
That's not
fuck?
just happenstance. You were the superintendent. And the DOJ found that there was wrong, that the district did not handle complaints correctly, named you and other administrators. That's not happenstance.
This is gonna help your case.
Yep, you're doing this to gain favor with the DOJ.
Bootlicker.
There are separate issues. The civil rights case is brought by an individual against
Went right over his
myself
head.
and two other parties that are mentioned in that. That will be worked out in the court system. The DOJ and the work we're doing there is separate from that.
They're not. Half of the federal lawsuit complaint is the DOJ agreement you signed. They are not two separate issues.
If my student is in a group text with their whole class, and a student sends a text that someone would consider racist, is my child now part of the DOJ investigation? I think that child would certainly probably be interviewed to say, hey, you know, this occurred, this was reported, what did you see? If the child was not part of the text messaging, no, they would not. How many cases have been reported? How long is it? Is the information, I answered that one. We've had, I think we had 21, 23, and this year I think we've got 6 so far of cases that we're working on with students that are making poor decisions.
Are the students' names reported, or how is it reported?
We have an agreement that we're not reporting names. All right? What options for my student will these be when they are opting out of all anti-racism training? Again, I guess what I could say there is, if you choose as a parent to opt your child out of the reproductive health section of our health class, then we provide an alternative placement for your child, an alternative place to go. So I'm sure we will figure something out for those students that they, if this is happening today, they would go X.
Sorry, can you please clarify? It was my understanding that the district had to record the name. It was first name and last initial. Is that inaccurate?
I believe that is inaccurate. I believe it's just initials.
I mean, that's a major thing, Chuck, you should know the answer to that.
Okay. So I'll get back to you.
Does Mr. Minster know? He seems to have more answers.
In 1963, MLK Jr. famously stated, "I have a dream that my 4 children will be one day in the nation. They will not be judged by their color of their skin, by the content of their character." Why is HCS partnering with Great Lakes Equity Center, specifically in their centered statement, believe white people oppress and are inherently racist? Again, while they may say that, we know that when we go through this process, we don't buy into the idea.
Why would you partner with a group that inherently says white people are racist? He didn't want his children judged by the color of their skin. He wanted them judged by the color.
Quiet! It's been asked and answered. Quiet.
Unbelievable.
Why would you think any parent would want to partner with the federal government in any way to provide anti-racism training? Again, we certainly don't think this is the greatest of things. We're not sitting here saying, boy, we just are so happy about this, but we do know this. My recommendation to the Board of Education is that we're not in a position to say to the DOJ, no thank you, get out of here. And I think that would be a real travesty and a mistake, and that was my recommendation. Because the DOJ, I do not know of a school district in the United States that has ever said to the DOJ, get out of here, you're not welcome. And I don't recommend that that's what we do.
Because they give to them money.
What do the school heads do, principals I'm assuming, to explain to other students in order to eliminate the same situation? Again, I have information here, you can look at it, how we talk to our children about what's appropriate and inappropriate in our schools. Are parents allowed to opt out? We talked about that, we'll have a process when we get there. What's the status of your personal defense in the lawsuit? The status is they're doing depositions.
Who's paying your legal fees?
The insurance company. Have you considered a few parents to join this team? We will figure out what that team's going to look like, and we'll develop it from there. Based
That was
on,
my question, how can we stay in tune with that?
yeah,
If
yeah.
parents want to observe or volunteer to just observe this
Yeah.
thing, how would that work?
We'll have to look at that once the team is created and how we can make sure that we're feeding information to let you know what's happening. Okay? How many children attend Hartland schools of color? I believe we're, if I'm not mistaken, 9%, something like that. I know there's over 141 the last time I counted.
Out of how many children? How many children?
5,000.
That's not 9%, it's nowhere near 9%.
Well, it might be more, so. You can find that information out pretty easily. I can look at it and report it out. Again, that's not something I just carry around with me. So by voting for the DOJ agreement, you think our kids are so racist that we need to give valuable education resources to an outside agency, give them a blanket DEI training for our kids? Again, I think we answered that. That's not what's gonna happen, not our anticipation. Who is the attorney for the school? Mr. Hughes, that would be our attorney through our insurance company. Who is paying the legal fees? Again, we have deductible that we pay $5,000, and then there's a certain amount of money. I think it's a $5 million limit or something like that, so it goes on for quite a while. What assurances did you receive from the DOJ that at the end of the school year, they will be done here? No assurances, other than if you're doing the work that you're supposed to be doing, you're keeping up on your reporting. One thing we did put in place with the DOJ, as I told you earlier, they surprised us at the end of the last cycle. We did get them to agree that they have to give us feedback on our reports. Our reports go out November 1st, March 1st, June 1st. They have 60 days to give us feedback on those reports. So we at least put something in play where they can't surprise us at the end, so we'll know exactly where we are as we're moving forward, which is a positive thing. When will your reading program get this much attention? Well, I don't know if you noticed, but
Can I elaborate a little bit? You talked about reporting, tracking, percentages. I'm a parent who has a child not at reading level. This has gotten so much attention. I have been attending, I have spoke, I have yet to get follow through. I went and asked for tracking and reporting. There's this on my child. That's a problem, guys.
Amen.
This is noise. That's a problem.
Amen.
We're the Intervention Based School District. We're constantly looking at our students. All of our students are regularly double dip, triple dip. We're working with our students. Community Life this month, if you take a look, our students are outperforming by far the state. 539 school districts, ranked number 12 in all those school districts. Top 2%.
That's great, but what about her kid? What about the kids who
Well,
are
yeah.
struggling? Not the
Third
top
year
10%.
through
My kid's full of
intervention.
reading too.
Third year.
His parents also supplement.
He goes to outside training. I've paid numerous thousands of dollars. He goes back to school, and guess what? The program, he falls back behind.
Yep.
Sounds like someone's failing.
Sounds like, that continued
I've been
conversation.
here. I've talked to multiple of you. It's frustrating.
Have you met with Mr. Mitchell?
Yes,
Why aren't you doing tutoring this year again, like you did last year? You guys had tutoring last year?
Why don't we do reading training instead of PEI?
No, my third grader, it falls on this
All
teacher.
right, now moving
He
on.
was handed to her behind, and
Why
it
aren't
falls
you
on
doing
her.
tutoring this year?
The
It's
answer
not
is
fair.
we do not have the funds for the tutoring this
Oh,
year.
How about that $250,000 you spent on the DEI czar last year? Did that take away from academics?
Our teachers, are
DEI is
the teachers
important.
satisfied with the training they have received and have completed, and the survey? I will tell you that the teacher surveys this year, indicated that they overwhelmingly, support the administration in the school district. And I would say that as we meet with the teachers to talk about these issues, we don't get, any kind of, negative feedback from what we're talking about, and the teachers understand their role in regards to monitoring, see something, hear something, say and do something. That's what we do.
Because they're afraid to speak up, Chuck.
It is 10 o'clock. Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh.
End this discussion. So again, thank you.
Should get
What
through.
about all the questions that need to be answered?
What, they got some more questions, finish them up.
We'll finish them up.
Yeah.
What about our answers?